Okay, everybody, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Come on, Wiimote, come on, Wiimote, come on, Wiimote. Yeah, I guess it's not really wanting to work. Oh, good, now it works. So, male shear grub, let's go over them. I think, yeah, I'm doing this next. This specimen is a male shear grub. Having lost both legs and wings, the male burrows into the soil and waits to ambush small creatures that pass by. This beast's mandibles can be dangerous, making creatures such as Pikmin easy prey. Alright. Cloaking burrow net. I love these guys. Their design's really good, and they actually kind of, like, embellish upon them as far as the future games. So looking at the notes, the snake eye pattern on this beast shell is one of the most distinctive features of the burrow net family. The red pattern on the cloaking burrow net and the spikes around its mantle make it easily identifiable, while still making it a representative specimen of the burrow net family. The shell on the cloaking burrow net's back also provides a frame that fixes its muscular structure in place and appears to give the creature its powerful needle-launching attack. That's really cool. Alright, next one, I'm going to just try to avoid with all costs. Good. Yeah, I'm not even touching that. Ugh. They really creep me out, these guys. Wait for them to go away, or we could freeze them. And you can never do that in-game. They can only be frozen here, in this little mode. So, yeah. It's night, which makes me even weirder. Ugh. Okay, stop with the crawling. Stop with the crawling. Ugh, I hate them. Mitite. These parasitic insects feed on eggs. Upon reaching maturity, they excrete a special pheromone that attracts females of a particular species, enticing the females to swallow the mitite's whole. Pikmin, however, seem to dislike the scent. After entering the host female's body, the mitites lay their own eggs inside the host's eggs just prior to the host spawning. What the heck? It's like Alien or something. It makes my detest for these guys even worse. Horrible creatures. Ivory Candy Pop Bud. Research from our most recent expedition has confirmed the presence of candy pop buds in subterranean regions. Considering the microecologies that plant has been found in, one could surmise it could be found in any cavern, regardless of geographic regions. Tossing Pikmin into this flower always produces white Pikmin seeds, regardless of the color Pikmin tossed in. In many cases, plants with small leaves typically have limited photosynthetic capabilities, and thus must find alternate means of obtaining nutrients, with parasitic and predatory behavior being most common. The candy pop could be considered one such example. And there it is. Just throw a couple things at it, just for funsies. Cool, it did the thing. That little noise is really weird. Oh wait, I just went to the other one. Oops. No. Oh, okay. I got a survival series. These will sell like Hokate cakes to scientists and entrepreneurs. Interesting! Once you collect a whole series, then you can hear the sales pitch. That's clever, I like that. Alright, back to the Creeping Chrysanthemum. Cool creature, interesting design. I like this guy a lot. Let's go over him. Like Pikmin, the Creeping Chrysanthemum is a member of a group of creatures with ambulatory root structures. The creature is known as a mimic because it is actually a form of plant. This label is not entirely accurate. For unknown reasons, the Creeping Chrysanthemum's mimicry does not fool Pikmin, perhaps because they share a similar heritage. It relies on preying upon other creatures to provide sustenance, so it has no need of leaves for photosynthesis. Generally speaking, the role of plants within an ecosystem is as a producer species, and thus plants are generally found at the bottom of the food pyramid. Hi, Buzz. However, on this strange planet, the line between producer plants and consumer plants is blurred. Interesting. I like this creature. It's kind of weird. It's funky. This is the best part about it. How it's so derpy and weird. Honey Wisp. What if I could make it... I can't make it drop the eggs. They just bounce off harmlessly. This floating life form drifts effortlessly on the winds. Upon death, its physical structure instantly collapses, and as the creature is particularly elusive and difficult to catch, no sample specimens have been acquired as of yet. If we could simply recover a live sample, research of this species would likely proceed more smoothly. Common glowcap. That's it. Just a glowcap. The light emitted from this rare mushroom is neither a reflection nor a release of stored light. It grows not only on decomposing trees, but also on soil and rocks. This mushroom's fungal filaments are capable of stabilizing and concentrating pure Hockatinium-111. It is none other than Hockatinium-111 approaching the point of critical mass that causes the glowcap's blue luminescence. Very interesting, they call it Hockatinium. Then again, terrarium's a word. Figwort. I love this word. Figwort. This plant offers an excellent example of a non-native species introduced into the ecosystem by some unknown method. Upon introduction, it quickly established a foothold and adapted to the new habitat. This plant's distinct flowers usually exhibit a stunning blue color in the early spring, but recent fieldwork has recorded specimens displaying a deep red hue. Although this may represent a sudden deviation in genetics of the species, the red coloration is much more likely an anomaly. Additional readings suggest no significant atmosphere or solar radiation changes have occurred in the ecosystem, leaving open the possibility that soil composition and mineral deposits may have affected petal coloration. Horsetail. It's the tail of a horse. What do you expect? This variety of horsetail is prevalent in regions with low nutrient content in the soil. Unlike most other plants, this particular species propagates itself through a release of spores. Margaret! This plant's delicate yellow flowers often inspire waves of nostalgia, giving a bittersweet feeling to any who gaze upon them. Or they could also be a chrysanthemum kind of thing. Fiddlehead! At first glance, this plant resembles a spring used in the ship's sublight engine. Many of its most primitive characteristics remain intact, including its habit of spreading through the dispersal of spores. FYI, I think she falls asleep the entire time and you can't wake her, so that's it. Empress Bulblax. Or Bull? Yeah, Bulblax. Initial observations place doubt of the capability of the grub dog family to support a strong ant or bee-like social structure, but recent studies show the family is capable of such complexity. I like how it's just retconning the whole thing, this game, in a way. The egg sac of the largest female grub dog within a given range swells to dramatic proportions in response to environmental changes, such as the sudden depletion of prey species. These females temporarily take on the role of pack matriarch. Also in pack formation, it has been observed that nearly all males not involved in species reproduction undergo natural sex changes. There we go. The characteristics of such specimens are quite intriguing indeed. Oh wow, just interesting. I kind of wish it would just let you do the whole thing, instead of having the Snagret do its own thing. Side note, I love the design of the Snagret. It is such a weird, clever way to make a boss. Let's look at it in the light. Oh wow, it just plucks at least like 5 or so. Good. Oh, it looks beautiful. Beautiful little creature. Alright, let's get back to it. I love this thing. The majority of Snagret species lie in wait to ambush and capture prey with a body type perfectly adapted to such sudden strikes. It violently attacks small, surface-dwelling insects It violently attacks small surface-dwelling insects. Distributed along a relatively wide range, subspecies of snaglet suited to the varying soil conditions may have emerged, making the snaglet the most geographically represented species besides the bulborb. Visually resembling the burrowing snaglet is the burrowing snarrow, the range of which partially overlaps the snaglet's range. Wait, what? The range of which part? Weird. While the two may appear similar when pulled from the ground, they can be distinguished by the presence of the absence of tail and wing markings. I wish we could meet the burrowing snarrow. That'd be amazing. So, now on to the treasure we've collected. Sunseed Berry. That's it. Sunseed Berry. I found this fascinating fruit while out exploring today. The skies cleared up and I felt peaceful watching the pink flower petals flutter in the wind. During this perilous expedition, it seems strange to have such soft-hearted romantic thoughts. If I told my wife about this, I'm sure I'd get laughed at. Again. Toxic Toadstool. This dubious morsel doesn't look like it would be very agreeable with my innards. However, I bet Louis would try a bite. His appetite's insatiable, and he's always cooking up tasty meals. I'm glad that on this expedition, our ship's reactor can power our life support systems indefinitely. This will give us all the time we need to thoroughly examine all the treasure we recover. I don't care if the president wants us to hurry. I've had enough of his hassling. I think I'll move slowly just to cause him indigestion. I have once again discovered a completely undocumented species of Pikmin. These white Pikmin can find and dig up items that are buried entirely underground. We never would have found this priceless treasure without them. Thankfully, it's the perfect stuff to patch a hole I just noticed in the ship's hull. P.S. I named the cave where I first encountered the white Pikmin the White Flower Garden. The vivid color of this red stone reminds me of my wife's eyes when they burn with rage. Just between you and me, I've noticed lately that she's been getting more wrinkles. Now that I can think about it, I probably caused her a lot of stress. When I return to Hakatate, I'll take her on a long vacation. Yeah, when? What a strange pattern. When I look at it, I feel good for... Oh, luck wafer, by the way. What a strange pattern. When I look at it, I can feel good fortune smiling down on me. If I could just buy a lottery ticket right now, I'm sure I'd win. Strife Monolith. Computers view the world in ones and zeros. But my people are different. Our world isn't simply black and white, right or wrong. Everybody's different. Maybe one day that ship will understand that. Maybe one day it won't give me sass when I ask it to collect a slimy specimen. Chance Totem. When I gaze at this stone, I can feel my fate being forecasted. It must know what's going on to happen to me. It must know what's going to happen to me. I'm sure it sees it. I'll be hailed as a brilliant visionary and brave explorer when I turn to Hakatate. These are cute. At night, Dream Architect. At night, I have nothing to do to keep me occupied. I've been searching for something to dull the boredom, but every time I find something I want to play with, it's broken. This object's a great example. It looks fascinating, but I can't get it to function. I guess all I have to do is write in this journal. That's amazing. That's great. Stone of Glory. This is a peculiar object. Just looking at it fills me with a powerful sense of nostalgia. Now that I think about it, the Pikmin had a curious look on their faces when they carried it. Maybe this is just my imagination. Cosmic Archive. The cave we searched today was lined with flame-spewing sprouts. The temperature in the cave was absolutely stifling. Oh, that reminds me. I completely forgot to tell Louis about Red Pikmin. He's so quiet I sometimes forget he's even there. This item I salvaged from the cave seems to be some kind of storage device, but I have no way to play back the contents. Survival Ointment. In a survival situation, the most important things are water, courage, and a first aid kit. I've got water and an endless supply of courage, but I don't have a first aid kit. Sometimes I don't have a whole lot of motivation either. I may be just an explorer. I may be a daring explorer, but sometimes I just want to loaf around all day and sleep. Wait, what the president reads this journal? I never dreamed of slacking on the job. Yeah. A must-have medical item for explorers. If you need powerful results, this is for you. It even comes with a testimonial from our employees. Use this and fear nothing ever again. I'm shocked. I can't believe this is the only stock of medical supplies we've got. If one of us were to get ill or injured, we'd be in serious trouble. We'll have to be sure to watch our step and always wash our hands. We could also search for medicine among the treasures we collected. A dependable item in crucial times stays safe by keeping one at home and one at the office. It is indispensable. If you are health conscious, buy this. There are several different patterns drawn on this object's surface. They appear to be characters or letters, but I can't make any sense of them. Is it just an educational guess, but I wonder if this object is some kind of alien bulletin board. The size of the object seems about right fit for it. Today I delivered an impromptu lecture on the basis of wilderness survival. As Louie's superior, it's my responsibility to teach him these skills. Walking around as much as we do generates an intense thirst, so water becomes very important. I told Louie we have to ration our water carefully. That's what I was thinking until I found this. I was so parched that I couldn't help myself. I drank all the water in the canteen. It tasted so good. But then when I turned around, Louie gave me a cold stare. The interior of this hemisphere contains a chip coated with charts detailing a new region. I explored this forest the last time I was here, but it's clear that it has undergone some dramatic changes. The plants and animals have also evolved significantly. I've given this forest a new name, the Awakening Wood. I must begin to form a hypothesis to explain why the forest changed so rapidly. So, yeah, Forest of Hope is the Awakening Wood. This is really interesting. I wish the Forest of Hope got name dropped. That'd be great. But yeah, a lot of the areas in this game are like just straight up rehashes of old areas in the game these areas. Pretty interesting. Today we searched a subterranean lair swarming with carnivorous bugs. The name Hole of Beasts immediately came to mind. The convenient contraption I found there has become an invaluable treasure-seeking tool. When it approaches a piece of treasure, the gadget beeps and the needle moves to the right. When all the treasures in the area have been collected, the device powers down. When we left Hakatate, I thought we'd never be able to pay off the company's debts, but thanks to this gadget, I'm feeling optimistic about the outcome of this daring mission. I love to lay down in the grass, bask in the sun, and take an afternoon nap. But with all these Pikmin following me, I can never seem to relax. I should remember to press C to dismiss the Pikmin, and press and hold C to take a nap. Last time I tried it, the Pikmin picked me up, but I slept and carried me away to their onion. Hold your space horses, Pikmin! I'm not a pellet or a piece of treasure. Then I woke up. Great galaxies! It was all just a dream, wasn't it? So, yeah, that's all the treasure here. I really appreciate the detail they put into all of them. Really nice detail. I really wish this game was remastered. It'd be really cool. So, yeah. That's the day that I'm going to, do. And with that, 30% of the deck collected. And we'll see you guys next time on day 4 of this. I'm really happy about this game. And excited to see what comes up next. So yeah, I'll catch you all later. Thank you for watching, everyone. And see you next time. See you tomorrow night. Hopefully earlier this time. Take care. Bye-bye.